The UK is deep into Brexit uncertainty again, with the Prime Minister once again being accused of breaking the law and his government readying itself for a second attempt to get parliamentary approval for a withdrawal deal agreed with the EU last week. Government ministers believe they have enough support to win a meaningful vote on the new deal as early as Monday.
We are going to leave by October the 31st. We have the means and the ability to do so. I think, actually, the mood in the country is clear and the Prime Minister's determination is absolute.
The Prime Minister's plans were derailed by one MP who proposed an amendment. That MP says he's backing the government.
I thought in August that he wasn't being serious about getting a deal. That was one of the reasons why we put the Benn Act in place. Part of it was just to make sure that if we got to the 31st of October, we hadn't got a deal, we would be safe and not crash out. But part of it was to give him an incentive to get a deal. That, I think, worked. I think he's now got his deal. And now for those of us for whom that was the motivation, we need to back that deal.
Boris Johnson isn't budging over his refusal to accept a Brexit deadline extension. His letter requesting one was duly sent to EU Council President Donald Tusk, but unsigned. And he effectively disowned it with a signed follow-up letter setting out why there shouldn't be an extension. The main opposition party says he's breaking the law.
He may well be in contempt of Parliament or the courts themselves, because he's clearly trying to undermine the first letter and not signing the letter. He's behaving a bit like a sport brat. Parliament made a decision, he should abide by it. And this idea that you send another letter contradicting the first, I think it flies in the face of what both Parliament and the courts have decided.
Mr MacDonald had been one of the politicians attending the British Final Say March on Saturday, when police estimated around 1 million people crowded into the capital, calling for a second referendum on Brexit. Mr MacDonald has confirmed that Labour would back a parliamentary backbench amendment calling for a people's vote. But while there may be calls for a Brexit decision to be brought back to the people, the government is intent on making every effort to prevent that from happening. And so on Monday, Boris Johnson's minority government will try to press the reset button on getting Parliament to say yes to the new deal. Like every twist of the Brexit crisis, it's an unpredictable situation. Andrew Simmons, Al Jazeera, London.